What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Okay, y'all, it is old dark 30, and I think I mentioned before, I'll mention it again. I'm an early riser, so um, I wanted to add another show to do videos on, and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do it on. And I need to do it on something I'm gonna watch dedicatedly because just about everything I watch, I binge watch it. So I love a lot of different shows. Rosewood, Lethal Weapon, I'm really liking that. Pitch, I'm really liking that. But those shows I tend to save up on them. Every 2 or 3 episodes I'll watch them. But I decided I was gonna do a analysis slash synopsis of How to Get Away with Murder. I know it's hugely popular, and I only caught up with How to Get Away with Murder during the second season. I watched the first season on Netflix. I watched the second season as it happened, and of course now we're in the third season. And I've had a real love-hate relationship with this show because I kind of feel like it's predictable in some parts, and for me, and so I wasn't really sure if it was something I could review without disdain. So I think I kind of figured it out. It came to me over in the middle of the night. Um, and what happened was I saw the first part of this second episode, which is let's see here, I wrote it down. Um there are worse things, and I went to sleep on it midways. I was just so tired, and I don't do well with 10 o'clock shows, y'all. That's why most of the 10 o'clock shows, including Queen Sugar, y'all get to review the next day, over in the day, because I have to go to bed, y'all. I get up with the chickens, okay? Um anyway, um so I went to sleep on it, and then I woke up this morning and thanked the Lord, and I thought to myself, I think I figured out how I can review this show. And because How to Get Away with Murder flip flops back and forth through time and years and days and months, and it's kind of hard to review. So shout out to everybody that does review it. Um, but I think I figured out how I can do it without being um too condescending or patronizing or whatever. Anyway, I like the show, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay, so this is my analysis slash synopsis of How to Get Away with Murder, um season 3, episodes 1 and 2. um I don't know that I'm gonna do like a video a week. I'm not really sure about that because it just depends on how the characters evolve. Let me just tell you what I have garnered from season 1 up until now, season 3, episode 2. And let's just go from there, shall we? Okay, open your Bibles. All right, come on, honeybees, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so Annalise. Annalise is perpetually and continually scared. She only puts on her big girl panties um, because she has to. If no one needed Annalise, uh, she would have nothing. Like her whole existence is because uh, she creates this sort of need. You know, that's her commodity. Her commodity is that she creates this sort of need. People always need her. Um, but one of the reasons they always need her is because she always kind of creates this need, you know. Um, Now let's just talk about the kids, okay? I think Bonnie and Frank are her children, and they are. This is just my thought process. All of them, everyone is like her children. Everyone, all these people, Bonnie, Frank, Laurel, Wes, Michaela, Connor, um, Asher, Oliver now, they're all like her children, okay? So this is my whole thought process in all of this, okay? Bonnie and Frank are are the children from her first marriage. You know, they're the oldest kids. They from her first marriage. Um, and so Bonnie, you know, is oh, if she is not a walking commercial for Zoloft or Seroquel, I mean, she is so morbid, you know, and ominous and, you know, looming. Ooh, she get on my nerves. I give anything for her to laugh just one time. And I bet if you strip Bonnie naked, she'll be covered in little small cuts. I'm sure she has a wall in her house with Annalisa's name written 1 million times, 1 million different ways. Okay. And Frank is like Annalisa's special needs child. You know what I'm saying? He one of those kids that is so sweet, but you know, is mentally challenged, you know, that, you know, you give him a give him a kitty cat, he rub that kitty until the kitty is dead. He don't even realize that the kitty is dead. You know, you don't realize he done killed that kitty just by his sheer brute strength and you know, you know, Frank is the Dexter of this show. Okay, if you've ever seen Dexter from Showtime, he's the Dexter of this show. He is psychotic. He is a sociopath, uh, and a murderer, and all of these other different things. But he does very, very well blending in with normal society. Um, and Annalise knows that he is uh, all of these things. And so she loves him, she hates him, and she protects him all at the same time. You know, he's her special needs child. See, here's the thing. You absolutely positively cannot be in Annalise's circle if you're not broken. You can't. You can't truly be in with Annalise if you're not broken or damaged and or fragile. There has to be something wrong with you if you are close to her, okay? Which is why Nate can never be close to her because he's so normal. which is why they keep everything from Nate. Nate is like her sanctuary. It's like she steps out of the asylum and steps into Nate's arms. And then when she leave Nate, she go back into the asylum, you know what I'm saying? And came the beast. But normalcy is what makes Nate expendable. It's what makes Oliver expendable. It's what makes people like Maggie expendable, and the Middle Eastern guy, the new student that they have. These are all expendable characters because they're not a part of the asylum. Okay? These are just my thoughts, y'all. These are just my thoughts about the show. Okay. Um, Let me see, what else did I put in my notes? Okay, so Frank and Bonnie from the first marriage, okay? Laurel, Connor, Wes, Michaela, Asher are from her second marriage to Nate. You know what I'm saying? They part of the Nate generation. The they weren't really a part of the Sam generation, okay? That was Frank and Bonnie. Okay. um And because they are part of the Nate generation, they have a small bit of normalcy. I mean, it's like all of their lives was regular workaday lives until they got in with Annalise. But Annalise, again, she doesn't really pick anybody to be in her circle if they're regular, if they're normal. So she saw something in all of them that made them um good candidates to be a part of the asylum. Okay. Um and Oliver is the kid that always come over, that always be at your house. People think that he one of your sisters and brothers because he always be at your house. He always be with your family. But he got his own family. He just don't never be there. You know what I'm saying? And his family is perfectly okay with him eating and sleeping at your house all the time. All right. Um, he's not one of them. He just, is too average to realize that he's not one of them. Okay, so Laurel is the strongest and most broken one out of all the kids, okay? And that's because of her own family. Her daddy, I don't know, is coming out now because I noticed in the commercial when they said, oh, previously on How to Get Away with Murder, meaning last season, she made a reference to her daddy being a bad man. And, at the time, I think people probably thought they meant, she came from this place where she had a strict father. I don't think so. I think Laura come from some pretty harsh environments. Okay, and I think she about this life. I think she about this murder life, which is another reason why her and Frank clicked together so well. Is because um she got a thing for murderers. She got a thing for psychopaths because she low key is a psychopath. Connor. Let's see here. Connor is the angriest of the children. Uh, he's the most pissed off about having to. He's most pissed off about having um to give up to grow up and think of someone other than himself. I mean, I think that's what he's angry about. I don't think it's about the murders and compromising and giving up all these things he's given up, all this stuff he was saying last season. I think he upset because he can't be out there booty snatching and dancing with glow lights. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to grow up and be a big boy. He pissed off about it. Wes is obviously Annalise's favorite. Outside of Frank, I think ultimately Frank is Annalise's number one favorite, and then right underneath that is Wes. Not because Wes is so damaged, but because Wes came from damaged circumstances, and because he's oblivious, really, and because she feels responsible for Wes. Michaela. I think Michaela ultimately is most dangerous to the core. Not that she's a dangerous person, but I think she's dangerous to the family. She's dangerous for the family. Um, because she hard headed and she willful and she feels entitled. And in a family, the person that looks out for themselves more than they look out for the family is the most dangerous to the unit. That's just my thought process. She's selfish and she's self-involved. She feels entitled. That's a bad, bad thing when you got secrets to keep, okay? Asher. I just hope that the the actor who plays Asher is not like his character in real life, because his character on the show need a whipping. He do. He needs somebody to go and cut a switch and 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 whip him good, because he yeah. Um, I mean, he stay in the corner. He stay getting sent to the corner. He's the worst. Asher, he just want to be loved and noticed. He is so desperate to be loved that you could pimp him out on Hollywood Boulevard and he would come back every night with that money. You know what I'm saying? He's so desperate to be loved that he's so easily influenced. You know what I mean? And he is so obvious. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. Okay, so we talked about Oliver. All Oliver wants is to be one of the Keaton kids. That's all he wants. He's too average. You know what I'm saying? He's so average. He doesn't realize how much he's not about this life. He's not about this life. You know what I'm saying? He want to be about this life, but when he get in the midst of, he like, oh, I'm scared. Oh, I don't want to touch it. I'm scared. Ooh, no. That's why he takes Connor through so much. You know what I'm saying? He want to be. I'm intrigued by danger, but I'm so scared. Um, and again, this is what makes Oliver expendable, okay? He could be killed off at any time now. Any one of these seasons, he could get it, because, he not about this life. And neither is Meggie, what a horrible name. And the Middle Eastern guy. This is just, you know what I'm saying? It's just fodder. It's just dragon fodder. Oh, that's a Big Bang Theory joke. But anyway, they're all expendable characters. Um, and sadly enough, so is Nate. Nate is a very expendable character. Annalise loves him, and she is, he is her sanctuary, and um, but he's normal. He's not a wounded bird. He doesn't have these tendencies of of psychosis. He really, really loves Annalise. He is under her spell. I don't know what she has in her legal coochie, but she got Nate on lock, okay? But again, Nate is one of the expendable characters, which is why ultimately I believe that the person that is under that sheet, when Annalise's house burns down, that is dead, I think it's Nate. I think that's why she took it that hard. Um, that's just my opinion. I'm going on the record and saying I think the body under the sheet is Nate. Okay? Okay? Okay. All right. So it has to come to me. It has to come to me how I'm going to do this next analysis synopsis. But I know that there will be one. And hopefully you enjoyed what I've given you today, and you can kind of meet me there halfway, and see where I'm coming from with this whole how to get away with murder thing, okay? Um, Thanks so much, you guys, for watching. How y'all feel about this low light? Oh. Oh, it is so early in the morning, y'all. I did not want to try to beat my face and put makeup on and do all that stuff. So I decided to do this whole low light effect. I hope you guys are cool with it. And I hope to see you guys soon in the next video. Okay, so until next time, honeybees, please like, comment, and subscribe. All the information will be below. Okay, and until next time, I holla.